Hank Cisco Show. Ladies and gentlemen, don't touch that remote. This show is about show business. You know, I always like to start off, there's no business like show business. And my guest is today, very impressive. I kind of met him for the first time, and he's in Norrristown, and he's going to be helping juveniles in Norrristown. And he's not a probation officer, he's not a police officer, he's helping to teach the arts, music, dancing, you know, acting. And so that's what this show's about. And it's also about people helping people. You say, well, how can I help somebody? How can I do this? Or how can, well, this show, that's what it's about, where you can help somebody. And there's nothing, you know, God helps them who help themselves, but God helps them who help other people more. So that's what this is about. And maybe we're going to ask you to make a little donation. Maybe we're going to ask you to sponsor somebody. But, you know, music, you know, like Lawrence Welk says, keep a song in your heart. My guest today is Michael Robertson-Reid, Wayne 100 Madison Square Garden. Mike, welcome to Norrristown. You've been here for 3 months. You're a California guy, and you're here helping Norrristown, the youth of Norrristown. And I'm very happy to meet you, and I'm glad that John Doyle is the one that's a board member of this school that you're involved in. So now I'm going to stop talking, and you're going to have to do the talking. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what it's all about right here. Okay? ACPPA. What is that?
Yes.
Mike?
So thank you.
Can I say Mike?
You can say Mike.
Okay.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, Hank. I appreciate you having me. ACPPA is a community arts center. We are located on...
Arts center.
Yeah, we're an arts center on the west end of Norrristown, located in the basement of the Grace Lutheran Church, 506 Hawes Avenue.
All right, that's right between Erie and Marshall, right?
Correct.
Right,
Correct.
right.
Yes. The web address is www.acppa.net. And the phone number is 610-277-2270.
Right.
But to answer your question, what is it?
What is it?
So ACPPA is a community arts center where young people can come and get education and enrichment in the arts. We have theater, we have music, we have dance, we have visual arts. So they usually come around 5:30. Classes start about 5:30 and they end about 8:30, and we have all different types.
5:30 to 8:30.
Yes, yeah. There's several different classes. The classes last for about an hour each, but there's 3 sets of classes throughout the night.
All right.
And children ages, we start as young as 2.5 and go up till about 13 or 14. We do have some classes for teens and adults, but it's really for young people to get arts enrichment, to get skilled and trained in the arts, and not necessarily so that they go on to become the next ballet dancer or the next singer. That would be nice if that happened, but that they can learn discipline, teamwork, community, self-gratification. They can go on to be great citizens and contribute to this wonderful borough that is Norrristown.
Well, what are the age groups?
Yeah, the age groups, we have dancing classes for 2 and 3-year-olds. We have some classes for 3 and 4-year-olds, 5 to 6, 7 to 9, and then about 10 up to 13. We also do occasionally offer classes for adults. So, you know, if you wanted to come by for an art class.
Well, I'd like to sing, hey, good body, she was so naughty, she's on a... I got that little song, right?
That was very good, very good.
Quit while you're winners, Hank. Why, well, you know, that music is something that is helpful. I mean, you could be, somebody can be having an argument or something, somebody start playing some music, they'll stop and listen. So music has something that touches the heartstrings of your heart.
Yes.
So, and now tell me something about you.
Yes, so a little information about me. I was born and raised in Southern California, but I've been on the East Coast since 1994. I'm a resident of Philadelphia. I live in North Philadelphia, and my background was I studied theater in college. I came to a school in Philadelphia called the University of the
No, you're an
Arts.
actor.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
So
What are some of the shows you've been in?
I was in a production of Romeo and Juliet. I did a lot of Shakespeare.
Are you Romeo?
I wasn't handsome enough to be Romeo.
Oh, well,
I was the friar. I was in a production of The Crucible by Arthur Miller.
You know, I was in Italy in the balcony where Romeo, what did he say? Romeo, Romeo, where are you?
Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I was in that. I had a couple of Shakespeare productions, a play called Twelfth Night. I even had my own theater company for a bit, and I wrote my own plays.
Wow. So, you have anything lined up here for Norrristown?
Not right now. My focus is really just working on ACPPA.
Yeah, you're dropping seeds right now.
I'm dropping seeds.
Right.
I want to work with the youth because one of the things that I think is very important is that there are a lot of, you know this, you're the ambassador of Norristown. There are a lot of great young people here who have drive, they have ambition, and they just need someone to believe in them. They need someone to support them, and that's what we want to do. And support can come through many forms. You know, it can come through the arts, it can come through sports, it can come through education.
Right.
All of these are educational activities,
right.
But arts are really one of the best ways for people to showcase their creativity and for children to be heard. And I think that, you know, the more that children are heard, the less problems we'll have out on the streets.
I think to learn some kind of instrument or even to, I want to tell you, I went to Rittenhouse Junior High School and we had a play every year and I had a part and I had all I wanted, the door is open and all I had to do was walk on the stage and say, the door is open. And I froze, you know.
It happens.
You know, so you're learning. Same thing, you know, when I was a police officer, they assigned me to the head of the juvenile division. I had to go into the schools and talk. Well, and give safety talks. And I didn't, you know. So finally I took a course in public speaking, just enough for me to be able to have the courage or the know-how to present something, you know. And so I think it's so important for what does music help you? It helps you discipline. Tell me what helps you as far as learning new words that you can use later on.
Absolutely. So the arts,
like in Italian, piano. That's a term in music.
Yes.
That means slow and easy, right? So when somebody, my father, when I was driving the car, he'd say, piano, slow down. So
yeah,
go ahead.
The arts open you up to so many new possibilities. You know, one of the first things is that it opens you up to new language, new vocabulary. It helps with your language acquisition skills. For every word that a person learns, that opens them up to 10 more words. And every word that you learn opens you up to a new thought. So just by taking theater, you're building your vocabulary, you're exploring new worlds, you're cultivating your imagination, you're learning that what you may see in front of you, there's more than what might just be on your street corner, there's more than what might just be on your neighborhood. Music, it's been shown that students that study music do better in mathematics than students that do not study music. Creative writing, you know, just the idea of creating an entire world.
You teach that too? No.
We do some of that. We actually do. We have a program that occurs directly after school from 3 o'clock to 5:30 or 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock that incorporates a lot of creative writing elements.
Good, that's great.
Yeah, so the arts really can open up a whole new world.
You know, it's one of the greatest things, you know, what do you say? Education, training, and experience. So this is what you're doing.
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
And theater is helpful. The music. How about dancing?
Dancing helps. Well, you know, you're a former police officer. You know, you have to have a rigorous body. You have to be in shape. Dancing helps get you in shape. Yeah. It helps focus your body. And I'll be honest. When I was studying theater in college, I had to take 4 years of dance class. I took ballet. I took jazz. I took modern. I took all different types of dance. Players that play in the NFL take ballet. Lynn Swann, one of the great wide receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers, took ballet classes every year that he was in the NFL because it increased his agility on the football field. So that's one of the things that we really want young people and their parents to understand is that it's more than about just the arts. It's about giving young people all of these skills to function in the world. You know, so whether you become a police officer, a lawyer, an attorney, whether you become a plumber or a bus driver, these are all noble professions. These are all adding value to the community. The arts can help your young person get there.
Well, my background is boxing, and footwork is the whole thing. If you don't have the proper footwork, if you don't have the proper balance, you're not going to get a good punch off. You're going to get knocked down. Your feet are too close or too far apart. So, and I used to, when I was boxing, I was just coming in New York, and I was training Sugar Ray Robinson, was a middleweight, welterweight champion, middleweight champion. He about 3 titles he held. His footwork was just beautiful. It's like music, you know, and that's it. You keep your balance, and so dancing is helping you not only coordinate your balance and all, but also, and then you're giving you the courage to know what to do, what to say when you get out in front of people. Absolutely. You know, and being a former police officer, a juvenile, and I remember the juvenile court judge would stand there. And the kid maybe didn't do nothing violent or anything, but it's a problem, hooking in school, whatever it was, you know. But he wanted to put him on the right track, you know. And the kid was a good singer. He was he didn't play in sports because he was small. So if you can't play basketball, you can't play baseball. The arts is something for you. There's no size or this, that, and the other thing. So, and I would say that I want to talk to a couple of juvenile court judges and say, look, when you've got the decision, you want to help the kid. You know that the kid has a good future. He has talent, but he's not staying with it. So maybe he needs a little training, little discipline, and then get a sponsor to sponsor this juvenile, so he can continue. And who knows? What I would love to sponsor a young guy, a girl, and she becomes successful in music or dancing or art, whatever.
Absolutely.
You know? So, Judge, Hank Cisco, the ambassador, is going to be knocking on your door, on the chamber door, okay? Maybe you'd say that's just another outlet. You're always looking for something to help this kid, whether it's probation, whether it's lockup, whatever it might be. But we need some sponsors. Just like an automobile, it needs gas to go. So we need a little money to keep the things going, right?
Absolutely. Money.
Got to manja. You got to put the food in it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So come on, tell me a little bit more. Where you're located now, let's repeat that.
Yes, we are located at 506 Hawes Avenue, west end of Norristown, on the corner of Hawes Avenue and Airy Street, in the basement of the Grace Lutheran Church.
There.
We're easy to find.
Got parking there, you got everything.
There's ample parking. I'm there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Sometimes I'm there till 6 or 7. Come by and visit. You can call us.
Come in and say, I want to find out something. How can I help someone? How can I get involved? You know, people are out there. And I'm making a little request. And contact me by email, therock324@aol.com, and I'll help you, okay? Maybe I'll touch base with a couple guys that got some green folding stuff, you know?
That would be nice.
You know, but Norristown was the gateway to Valley Forge. And years ago, they used to make movies in Norristown and Betts Woods and different places, you know. And we have everything here. We have transportation. We got the riverfront. We got everything. It's just a matter of developing it. And the arts, like a theater. People go to a restaurant before the theater or after the theater. And then sports, we got everything here. It's just a matter I always said that Norristown is like a beggar sitting on a pot of gold. It's just a matter of somebody like you that come into Norristown with ideas and helping us. I think it's great.
Well, and it's, it's not just me. I mean, I definitely know that, Norristown has so much potential.
Right.
A lot of Norristown really reminds me of my home community of North Philadelphia. So much potential, so much history, so much pageantry, so much just excellence. And if we can find a way to use all of the tools that we have at our disposal, which are already here, the resources are already here. And, I've just been blessed to be a part of this organization, ACPPA. I have, an amazing staff. We've got Miss Stephanie DeSimone, who teaches dance.
What's her name?
Stephanie DeSimone.
She sing?
She doesn't, I don't know if she sings.
DeSimone,
Okay. Yeah.
DeSimone's a singer that some other lady. She's really good.
Yeah, but there's a great staff. Stephanie DeSimone, Heidi Ambrose does visual arts. Becky Fritz is a visual arts instructor as well. Michael Galgansky on guitar. He teaches guitar classes. A gentleman named LJ Norelli does piano, voice, and theater. And we have another a set of amazing dancers, a woman named Jacqueline Robinson and Kendra Underhill.
Right, so you got it covered like the do.
We got it covered like the do, yes indeed. We do.
And do you have anything coming up? Have any kind of events?
I am very
I
happy
see this
that you
here,
asked that.
your catalog here. Is that all the different events?
All the different events are in the catalog, so if people want to either go to our website,
Where do you hold the events?
Well, so if people want to go to our website, that's www.acppa.net. They can check the website
We'll
there.
put that on the screen.
That'll be on the screen.
Right.
Our phone number is 610-277-2270. They can call. But to answer your question, I want to make sure I answer your question. We have an event coming up, the Norristown Nutcracker, which is something that we do every year. I think it's maybe our 5th year coming up, and it's
where are you going to hold it?
I believe we're going to be doing it at East Norriton Middle School.
No, East Norton?
East Norriton Middle School. I believe that's where it's going to be. We're just, trying to get everything, settled with that. It's probably going to be happening in the middle of December. So
Well, let me know ahead of time.
Absolutely.
We'll plug that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I like to be there. I like to see that.
We would love to have you there. So it'll
see
be around the weekend of the 16th, 17th, 18th, so somewhere around there in that weekend. And unlike the traditional Balanchine Nutcracker that just has ballet, this has ballet, this has hip-hop, this has jazz, it has guitar players, it has singing, because we really want it to be indicative of Norristown. Norristown is such a beautiful, rich community of many cultures coming together for
I like the diversity.
Purpose.
I like it. I like to go to Chinese restaurant. I like to go to Italian restaurant. I like to go to Greek restaurant. And that's what it's all about. And I was interviewing Dr. Grafey, was my doctor when I had colon and prostate cancer, and she lived in the main line. She came to Norristown. She'd go to the office and back. She never saw Norristown.
Right, okay.
So I had to pick her up to come in the studio. And as we were driving over, we were looking at some of the houses. It's, oh my God, look at the architecture, different buildings in Norristown. Next time you're driving through Norristown, look at some of the homes with bay windows and that windows and stained windows, So we have something that other people don't have. So we're a diamond in the rough, and all they got to do is start polishing it. And it's going to be people like you that come to Norristown and jump in both feet and help people. And I want a couple sponsors. Say, look, I want to sponsor a kid. I want to call. I'm going to call 610. There. All right. Hello. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Look, I want to sponsor somebody. What's it going to cost me? Okay. Well, can I come up and talk to somebody? Yeah. Okay. All right. What is it? 506 Horse Avenue, Norristown. Yeah. I don't in the church, right? Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to help somebody. Somebody helped me along the way when I was growing up, so now it's my turn to help somebody else. Okay? All right. What time you going to be there? From 5 to 8? Okay. 5 days a week? Thank you. I'll be there. They are.
It's that easy.
We got them, right?
We got him. We got him.
Left and right.
Left and right. Uppercut.
Well,
roundhouse.
Give me something, an actor. Give me a little something. What makes you give the thing as an actor? You have to. I was on the Mike Douglas show.
Okay.
You know, I was on it, and I was backstage, and Mike Douglas was in front there, and he was going to come out when on the stage with back the curtain, you know, and he was like loose, and then when he went out, all of a sudden his body gets stern and gives a talk like, you know.
Right.
How do you prepare for that?
It's a lot of work. It's just you study your script. What you really want to do is you want to think like the character. You know, that's the main thing. You want to inhabit the script. You want to study it. You want to think, you know, what does this person think like? How do they feel? And, you know, really what that reminds me of is that's the energy that we try to bring forth with our students. We really try to the degree that we can, you know, get in the minds of our young people and say, what do these young people really need? What is it that's really going to be helpful for them? You know, I mean, you know, it's similar to what you were saying you would do, you know, in the juvenile courts. You know, you're talking to judges, you know, and you're thinking, you know, this young person could really benefit from sports, or this young person can benefit from some after-school activities. This young person can benefit from doing construction, maybe getting involved in a trade. So the skills that I used to bring as an actor, I think really I'm kind of rambling. What I'm trying to say is that in order to be a good actor, is that you have to really understand people. You have to sympathize with people.
You have to put the feeling in. Who was it? Somebody, the famous actor, he played the part as a pope. It was a big show. And he said that he had to get involved in that. And after he would leave the scene, it had an effect on him.
Yes.
Because he got in it so deep, you know. And that's the feeling. You know, you're learning something, you're doing something, you know, that's so important. And we have it where you can learn when you're young.
Absolutely.
Because when you get my age, I'm 93 years old. What am I going to learn? If I didn't learn it now, forget about it. But I think, and I was always happy that my mom always wanted music in the house. And Saturday afternoon was the opera on the radio, you know. So I hope that people watching this show will make a contact and just call up and ask, how can I sponsor somebody financially? And it's not going to be a lot of money, you know, but it's something that you're going to help somebody. You can say, I helped this juvenile become successful in his own life. What better thing can you do? I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Let that be a lesson to you.
No,
okay, right?
It's absolutely, it's very true. And many times people underestimate the power of just one person, but it only takes a few dollars to really transform a young person's life. Now, of course, you know, hope that people give more than a few dollars, but even if it's $5, $10, or $20, you know, something very simple that people can do right now is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving is now a kind of a miniature holiday called Giving Tuesday. So if people want to go to our website, ACPPA.net, they can give on our Giving Tuesday. You know, they can make a donation, $5, $10, $20, even if you can only afford 13 cents. Whatever you can give, it'll definitely make a difference in a young person's life.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show will be on YouTube. Goes all over the world. YouTube, Hank Cisco Show. So what we're talking about here, we're giving you information about where to go, what we're going to do, what we're all about. So all the information, make a phone call. Just make a phone call just to find out, okay? Now, I got a question from the audience here. Tell me about where else you have worked.
Yes.
I got from the balcony.
That's a very good question, yes. So I recently completed a stint working for an organization called Treehouse Books.
Wait, go slow.
Treehouse Books. So, like a treehouse.
Okay.
Books.
Okay.
That was located in North Philadelphia. Temple University is about one subway stop south of this particular facility, and it was a literacy enrichment center. So we did all different types of activities to get young people to give them access to books, to promote healthy attitudes towards reading, and to really promote personal and cultural awareness through books. I'm very, very, very passionate about working with children in education. So,
Well, you have something in common, right? You had honor students. I have yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor.
yeah, so,
So you don't want to be yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor. I'd rather be Your Honor,
Yes,
right?
indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, now, what's this?
Okay,
Here's
yes.
the question.
So a question from the audience says, what is CASA? CASA stands for Creative After School Alternatives. That is our after-school program, which happens directly after school. So the programs that I've been talking about mostly start at 5:30. If you have a young person that is really just itching to do some fun art activities and learn something at the same time, they can come to our facility directly after school, and they can get help with their homework and do visual arts, do painting, and do creative writing. So we have a program which is free. Most of the programs that I've been talking about cost a little bit of money, but this program, CASA, is free. Kids come after school, get help with their homework, they get a free healthy snack, and then they do arts enrichment activities.
All right. What do you see in the future of ACPPA?
That's a fantastic question. What I see in the future of ACPPA is being able to either expand our facility or move into a newer facility, just because we're working with more students. One, we're retaining the students that we have, which is great, but they're growing. They're like literally growing. Some of them started off as 5-year-olds and now they're 15-year-olds and they don't fit in the space anymore. So we need more space. But so to really expand, to grow our space, to work with more students, possibly have other locations, and really to be one of the sparks, one of the motivating factors that really enlivens these young people to really take charge of their community and help with the renaissance of Norrristown. The renaissance of Norrristown, it's happening. It's here. It's upon us. It might be hard to see it right now. There's little embers, at least from what I see. I hope I don't offend anyone by saying this. I see embers, these flickers,
Right.
Starting, and we want them to build and cascade. And I think that ACPPA can be a part of that, and not by anything magical that we're doing, but really we're just unleashing the creativity and the potential that is in the minds and in the souls of these young people.
Yeah, there are different businesses have crime prevention funds, giving money to police for crime prevention or so. I think it's 7-Eleven and a couple other of them here, in-and-out stores. They have it to help them as far as crime. Now, I was thinking that they could have throw a little money in your direction to help somebody before they commit a crime.
Absolutely.
So maybe you ought to touch base with like ShopRite, Wawa, Hoo-Hoo, whatever other stores you got there.
Yeah, these are great ideas.
Absolutely. It only takes, what is it, 50-cent stamp now? I don't know what the stamps are now.
I believe they're 49 cents.
Yeah, 49 cents. And it just, my mom would say, do good, forget, do bad, regret. Do good. And it's great. Who are some of your staff members? It's not a one-man operation.
No. It's not a one-man operation. We have some amazing staff. So there's Stephanie DeSimone, who is my director of education.
Okay, education.
And she's also a dance teacher. We have a young lady named Heidi Ambrose, she runs the CASA program that I was just speaking about, and she's a visual arts instructor. A woman named Becky Fritz, who's also a visual arts instructor. a gentleman named, two gentlemen that do music, Michael Galgansky and LJ Norelli. Mr. Norelli also does theater. And then we have two women that do dance, which is Jacqueline Robinson and Kendra Underhill.
Okay, and here's one more question. You read it out loud.
All right. Tell a parent who is watching why they should send their child to ACPPA. So what I would say to parents is that I understand that you are overworked, you're probably underpaid, and you're looking for resources, you're looking for help for your children. Whether your child is struggling in school or is an honor student. And ACPPA, we look at your children as if they're our children. We treat them as if they're our own biological children. We want to invest every single thing that we can into them. And the arts is one of the best ways to do that. When it's more about teaching someone to be an artist, it's about teaching someone and helping them become just a civic-minded person that's going to contribute to their world.
Okay, we only got 30 seconds, and I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
But I just want to make a personal little plea that if anybody contacts me or contacts you about sponsoring somebody, I would be only too happy to, if they want me to do it, to announce who is helping who. And I think it's important. So I'm asking, please, I'd like to get maybe 4 or 5 people call me and say, look, I want to sponsor a couple of kids. So, and I would be only too happy to say, whoever it is, sponsored so-and-so, and I'm going to follow him through and see that he becomes successful. So this is the kind of show I like. This is what it's all about, helping people. So thank you for coming over here and helping us in Norrristown. And I'm going to be touching base with you. I'm going to be going over there and see it. And you got a show coming up. We're going to talk about East Norton in the near future. And some of your talent will come on the show here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home. And I really want to make a personal plea. Please help someone. And it's a good chance, just one-on-one. I want to see one person be successful. Okay? So until we meet again, keep bobbing and weaving, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you, Mike. I had Mike, Mike Verb, the legislator, here this morning.
Okay.
I have 2 Mikes.
2 mics in the day.
So it's really, I like you.
Thank you very much.
For the first time we met, and we're gonna do things together.
Wonderful. I appreciate it.
With John Doyle, who is now jumping in both feet.
Yes.
Okay? So thank you. Adios, amigos. Right?